Hello, all. Welcome to Hockey on Tap podcast. Guys, episode
Coming in hot.
150. 150.
Look at that.
150.
That's crazy.
Pretty
And-
crazy.
And we're late. 150
we are
and we're late.
Late,
Man,
late and
maybe
short, the short guy.
I know.
But anyways,
short a
I'm
little
your
bit.
host, Schwilteen. I'm, of course, here with my two co-hosts, Schwim and Shorts
Yeah.
Guy.
I'm back
You
from
can
vacation.
find us on, from
Yes.
his honeymoon. You can find us on
Mhm.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Please leave us a 5-star review if you'd be ever so kind. Comments, tag Schwim in whatever you want, whether it be
Please.
stuff you don't want people to talk about or you do want Schwim to talk about. He'll take it all the information you want.
I will.
I think his
And I'll
what's your
make fun
Twitter
of you
handle,
in the
Schwim?
process. Yo,
Yeah,
ding
sure.
dong. What?
Yo, ding dong.
That should be my Twitter
gentlemen.
handle.
Yo, ding dong. What are we drinking?
I'll go last.
Schwim's a
All
jerk.
right, I'll go. It's celebratory half of a beer tonight because this is the end of my keg, which means a new one comes on tap for next week's episode. And this is the end of my 60, but I also still have I have a full Sierra Nevada celebration on hand here, so
Nice.
yeah.
For those of us who don't know what
Um,
60 is, what is that, Shorts Guy?
Yeah.
60 is
Why
a
don't you give
Dogfish
a
Head
little-
60-minute IPA, one of the best, if not the best, IPA out on the market.
Oh, I would agree with you.
I would hope so. William, you're next.
I am sorry. I'm tweeting out to all the supporters of Hockey on Tap. Putting out the link here. Courtesy
Nice.
of one Mr. Shorts Guy. I haven't had this yet. The Mud Hen Pumpkin.
Woo.
Nummy
Nice.
Pumpkin.
Nummy pump.
7%. I love it. I'm going with that. We already talked about it that we will be meeting up tomorrow or sometime, grabbing some beers that Shorts Guy got as well as Alicia's beers.
Nice.
And maybe we'll do some. Maybe we'll do like a double header next week. 2 beers in one pot. Steve will be extra smoked.
We could do that.
Yeah.
But gents,
we have to,
let's-
speaking of multiple beers in one pod, I think we
Oh,
might need
no,
to
no.
revisit the idea of
I
a
don't
power
know.
hour.
Yeah,
However,
lost
this
I
time,
thought that never happened.
the lost tapes. Yeah.
maybe the power hour should be a group effort this time.
I like it.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll have to meet up somewhere. Maybe we do that at the bar. Maybe we do, a bar version of that and just get. Well, that's gonna be expensive.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That'll
Nah,
be
we'll-
expensive. Well,
meet
my
somewhere.
bar's almost done. My bar is
Yeah,
almost
they-
done. My hockey themed bar is almost
That's-
done, so we could do it at my
It's
house.
very good. Sam could
Nice.
set something up. We could do
Yeah, we
all
could
of
do it
all
from there.
4 of us in one location. That'd be. I'd be
God,
interested
That
in
would
that
be
one.
great.
And we all
Oh,
share
yeah,
one
it's
couch.
gonna be- We
We'll
might
make it.
have. That might be something where we film it on a Saturday and then just air it on the Monday.
Special Saturday episode.
Yeah.
We could do a special.
Yeah, or we can do a
live
special Saturday episode and then just skip Monday because we're gonna be hurting on Monday. So
Yeah.
we'll just do a extra special.
Everybody call out Monday.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sam can't do that with the James Dolan internet. God damn it, Shorts Guy.
What?
No, but it's
I hate
just
James
stupid.
Dolan internet. I can't wait to get
Yeah.
out. I cannot wait to get out of this prison put forward by James Dolan and his stupid internet. Thank
I wish I could
goodness
go
that
to
they
Verizon.
blow up that dump in 1998. The only
They
good
will
scene
never.
in that dumb movie.
Actually, I wouldn't mind if they blew that up and gave us a new arena because I don't like that arena anyway. But that's something.
It's the
in general
only
there.
good scene in Godzilla '98, and I will take that to my grave. It's the
I
only,
mean, when he.
only good scene.
No, I know. I'm joking.
No, they blow up
There's no
MSG.
good scenes. Yeah, they blow up MSG.
At least he's in
all right.
Final Wars.
That
Yeah,
showed for 2
well, we
seconds.
We talked.
Gets annihilated
amazing.
in Final Wars.
It's crushed in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I would say we talk BS on this podcast, so we can talk about
Oh yeah.
the new Godzilla trailer. Godzilla versus
I'm not
Kong.
crazy about
That's
it.
got to be fan made, right? That's not real.
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
real.
No, that's real.
No, that's real.
I know it's real.
That's real.
I'm just. I'm
But,
what I'm
yeah,
trying to get at is
I saw it too,
they're
and I
going to
was
have
like,
to see the fan reaction and be like, well, we might have to change this up.
Okay, so I am gonna reserve my judgment on the Godzilla trailer until I see it in big screen when we go see -1. And I'm also
When
going
are you doing
to.
this?
Which is
We
getting
got to
great
figure that
reviews,
out.
by the way.
That's yeah, I
Okay.
know. We have to figure out going to see -1, but I'm really hoping that the trailer is just like the lame parts of the movie because there's got to be some explanation to Kong's
Well,
injury. There's got to be some explanation to
so
Godzilla
you said Kong's injury, and when
uh,
I was watching that, it looked like he actually just had like
evolution.
a metal sleeve over. I actually did see like his inner palm, so I don't think he had a metal arm. I think it's just something that went over his arm, which is still stupid. He's
Yeah,
King
but
Kong. He doesn't need
why
anything
out of nowhere?
extra.
When I
Yeah,
saw the
Yeah,
preview
well,
and I saw a
that's the
hand
thing.
coming
They've
up,
got
I
it.
immediately thought Transformers. It looked exactly like a
It
Transformer
did
hand.
look like Transformers. It did. It
Yeah.
really did. There's got to be some explanation for it, and I'm still at some point hoping for Mecha King Ghidorah.
but
Maybe.
I still
that's what
want Mecha King
I.
Ghidorah.
So you guys, sure, you know more about King Kong. Maybe you know more about King. Do you know anything about this ape villain? Has he been in other other
I think he's been in
iterations?
comics before, and he's been in.
Okay,
He might
and
have
he's an
been in one of the
orangutan.
older movies. Yeah, he's like another. He's like a leader of another group. So there might be like tons and tons of other apes that he like commands. But uh,
The
yeah,
one-
it's he looks a little weird. He has like the bald head and
Yeah.
everything, and he's wearing
Yeah.
like what the hell was he wearing like over his shoulder? I couldn't really tell
I
what that
don't
It
was,
know.
but
looked like
he was wearing
a
something
almost like a like a
like a
like
sash.
A fanny pack.
a sash.
It'd be cooler if he was wearing a fanny pack. Cynthia loves
No,
Oh, he's got a
fanny packs, right?
WWE belt. It's a WWE belt. He just
Oh man,
rock
it might as
bottom
well.
people.
It almost looked like a cross between Godzilla and Planet of the Apes, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an
Yeah, a
odd
little bit.
combo.
And Baby
But
Kong
I'm
looked dumb too.
Yeah, now there's a cute little baby Kong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but let's not forget we grew up with Manila, who is
Yeah,
about
and then
Minya.
well,
so
let's
dumb.
get to.
Meania,
I
whatever.
think
whatever.
our favorite character, which would be Godzilla, who they make pink now. Like it's apparently an
It's
evolved
some
Godzilla.
evolution.
Why
It's
does
some
Godzilla
evolution.
need to be evolved? He's awesome by his own.
It's true.
I don't know, just so dumb.
They always got
Like, the best-
change something.
Yeah, the best iteration of Godzilla is Fire Godzilla, which is when he got nuked, he was fantastic, burning crap, and then but
Yeah, but we're being all this critical when you go back and watch like the Godzillas from the 70s, and he's using his atomic breath and flying through the air. Like,
Mhm.
can we really get any?
that's true.
It's going to be
No,
epic,
no.
no matter.
They need
no
to bring
matter
that
what it is.
back. He needs to fly through the air using his atomic breath again. That'd be amazing.
Oh,
some form
Jet
of that again.
Jaguar, the return of Jet Jaguar as well.
Yeah.
They were talking about that. There was like a lot of rumors about him possibly coming back with other characters also, but I don't know.
Well, Gigan too. So I guess this
He
turned
has
into
to at some
Godzilla on
point.
tap. This
Yeah,
turned
that's what I was
into
gonna say. This
Godzilla
is
on tap?
hockey and Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla on tap. This is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we're
pretty
all
much we
Godzilla
just
nerds.
bullshit about
It's a
anything
nerd.
we really
We're
want.
nerds. We're
Yeah,
We
nerds.
are.
Nerds on
So-
tap. Change the title, Sam.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerds on tap.
Yep.
Well, let's get to the tap for today's episode, and here's our weekly snapshot. We obviously the Hughes affair tomorrow, right? Short guy. It's
Yes, can't
it would
wait.
Be
Cannot
one Luke and Jack versus captain of your Vancouver Canucks, Quinn Hughes, the brother that will
mine.
never be in New Jersey.
Yes, he will. You're gonna hate that day.
Gents.
Yeah, when he just plays there, but on the other team.
Well, this is actually for Shorts guy, and I can't really say too much because we only beat them 6-5. But how did you lose to the San Jose Sharks? Like I said, we
don't
won
know.
6-5. It wasn't pretty. I was really worried that
No.
that the two of us would lose to San Jose. But
I
let's
don't
hear it.
know. I don't know. I have no idea. Our defense got incredibly young and inexperienced overnight, essentially.
Simon Nemec comes up,
we-
and Dougie Hamilton, for those who don't know, he's
Yep.
out for maybe the season with his torn pec. He had surgery.
Well, it's time for the Devils to pull a Tampa Bay Lightning and sign someone and have a $137 million roster for the playoffs. But
We'll talk about that too, because the Rangers could do the same thing.
yeah, well, I hope they
We'll talk
lose.
about that next. I hope
We
they
will.
lose.
We will. And we're not getting some timely goaltending. We talked a lot about this last night on the Let's Go Devils podcast,
Yeah.
and
I was listening.
the uneducated hockey fan which none of our fans are, but a lot of uneducated hockey fans out there, all of a sudden think, okay, let's just get a new goalie and the world is better.
Yeah, everything will be right.
That's not the case. That's not the
It'll
case
help,
because
but
you
yes, it's
still
not the
need
case.
it'll help, but it doesn't matter who's in net. And for anyone that
Yeah.
was listening last night, I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself because I am. It doesn't matter who's in net if you don't fill those defensive gaps. It's still going to be tough sledding.
Mhm. Look at
Yeah.
Vassie against Dallas. They lose
Exactly.
8-1. He's considered one of the best goalies. That their defense is horrendous,
Yeah.
and he gets lit up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's in there. You got to have
Well,
good guys in front of you and a good system in front of you.
Schwimm's missing my boy, Ryan McDonough.
I am. I miss him big time. I really do.
Oh, Schwimm, were you here for the talk when we were discussing about how defensive defensemen? Were you here for that talk?
I think so. We were talking about that, and I said, who did
You
I
said Mac, right?
mentioned
Slavin?
somebody. Yeah, I said
didn't we say
McDonough. I said McDonough was like
Shorts guy, were you there for that?
one of the best DDs.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Someone was absent. So yeah, we were talking about one thing that the Hall is missing besides goaltenders, or the abundance of goals, is defensive defensemen. And when you think about defensive defensemen, who from this age would you put there? We actually thought that
Mhm.
Ryan McDonough could be that guy. He's
that's
defensive,
like first came to
just
mind
ridiculous.
for me.
Slavin would be the other one because I think he is really good. But he's still got a little more of a career to go before you can really do that. But do you have anyone, Shorts guy? I know we're kind of jumping off the topic here, but for a defensive defenseman.
I don't know. Nothing that jumps out of my mind right away.
It's definitely tough. But
it's a tough one. Yeah,
so
nothing that. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
See, because when you think about defensive forwards, Bergeron is there, but he's also got the offense, and same thing with Andre Kopitar. I guess if you're thinking of Philip Deneau, but he's not good enough to be a Hall of Famer. No, but I mean, guys you're thinking of right now, Hall of Famer, like Nico's too young.
Oh, for the Hall. Yeah. Bergeron, absolutely. Defensive forwards.
Bergeron, obviously. Kopitar. Mark Stone.
Probably be Hall.
What's his
Mark
face
Stone's
was what's his face on the Flyers was
Sean Couturier.
Couturier was up there.
I don't know if I would have said Couturier in the Hall though, because
I'm not saying Hall, but I'm just saying a very good defensive forward.
Yeah, agreed. And a couple of there's some guys that are getting up there in terms of defensive capabilities, but it's pretty good stuff. All right, so back to Shorts guy, your Devils. Obviously, Hamilton goes down. You have Simon Nemec come up, who gets 2 assists in the loss to San Jose.
2 assists,
What are right now? You guys are sitting 7th in division. You got 23 points.
Got to do something.
It's 2 weeks past Thanksgiving, so it's right now it's even tougher.
Yeah.
I know that the third and fourth team are only at 26 points. So you guys are 3 out, but are you actually getting nervous now?
Am I getting nervous for missing the playoffs? No, not yet. Am I getting antsy about them not doing well? Absolutely, because something's got to change. But again, I'm going to die on this hill. We're not getting timely goaltending. I get it, but we also have a poor defensive structure in front of our goaltenders, and I know that better than any of us, except for Steven on the podcast, that if you don't have good defense in front of you as a goaltender, you're not going to do really well. Your bad goals are magnified even more because you're letting up defensive team goals as well. So I think the Devils have to do something to improve defensively, and I think using Dougie Hamilton, putting him in the LTIR, which they have not yet done, and I don't know why they haven't done yet. Maybe I don't know if there's a procedure for it. I don't know. Schwimm, you're the Tampa fan. You're an expert on LTIR and going over the cap.
They're weighing their options. They're seeing what they can get, and then they'll put them on, and then pull the trigger right after it.
But between Dougie and Noshik, we have about just over 10 million in available cap space if we use the LTIR. And even if Hamilton were to come back and be activated prior to the playoffs, if he's activated before the trade deadline, we can trade off someone or him if maybe our replacement is doing better, which I don't know if we would do that, but I'm just throwing that out there.
Did you get hurt during the game, or was it something else?
He didn't return for the third. Yeah, he
Close
didn't
pec.
return for the
I
third
didn't see
period.
what
Yeah.
exactly happened, but he had
I
surgery
didn't.
on it.
I didn't see the play because we had a game that night, but I know he did not return to the bench. I believe, but yeah, it's not good. But we got to use this LTIR space. We got to use these, these lightning loopholes that are available, and then watch
Yeah.
the Devils are going to get caught and penalized, and they're going to change it because the Devils did it this year.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Schwim. You
Hello.
went away, and your team was
I was
on a
gone for
nice
a
little
week.
win streak, 3-0-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And then what
you leave,
happens?
and your team goes to all hell. They lose 4
Yep.
straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no way of
Ruin head-
seeing or checking anything. I had no internet my entire trip for a week, so I had
Oh,
no
I'm
idea.
sure
And
your
you missed
wife
it down.
planned that out. Your
You
wife
missed. Oh
absolutely
yeah.
planned that. She
Oh
cut
yeah,
the Wi-Fi
it was her idea.
on the trip. Yeah,
Yeah.
she made sure that
She
the
told the
boat's
cruise
Wi-Fi
director
went
to make
out.
sure that I'm the
Yes.
only
Mhm.
one who doesn't have Wi-fi
Yeah.
or internet, or if I want it, I have
Uh,
to pay an absurd amount per day
Yes.
to have it.
Yeah.
Which you would have done that. You
Perfect.
would have done that for
Cynthia,
Tampa Bay Lightning.
bravo, Cynthia.
She pulled a fast one on me.
She did. Yeah, she got you. She got you good. All right, so Tampa Bay Lightning 10-10-5. You guys can't win in
Ugh.
overtime.
No,
25
we
points.
suck in overtime.
Three outside of the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have 22. So this is the other problem. Tampa's got 25 games played. Toronto, who's sitting ahead, has 22 games played. Detroit has 23. So they're sitting 2 to 3 games ahead of you guys. So that's where it's going to suck.
Yep.
All right. I mean, listen, you have maybe the best player in the world right now playing.
It's playing well.
Nikita
defense isn't.
Kucherov has been a beast. 40 points.
He's got 2 more points tonight. Yep.
Yeah, 15 goals and it was like a 27 assists. He's ridiculous. But let's hear it from the fan that hasn't watched his team. How are they doing?
Well, from when I got back and I saw what happened to them those 4 games that I missed, I think they were outscored like 22-5 or something in the 4 games, and let up a goal he scored against them in the Pittsburgh game. Good thing Steven's not here to rub that in my face, but I'm sure he will tomorrow at work. Anywho, but yeah, everything was going good. I thought, Vasi was back. They were on a 3-0-1 tilt there, and then I leave and the friggin' ship burns down. No pun intended.
Thankfully, it didn't burn down.
I know.
'cause you
Thank
would
God
have
it didn't.
been swimming with the fishes
I know. I would have to
Oh yeah,
swim
like a good
all the way
Italian.
back to Miami.
like a good old Italian.
But now I'm back. I have internet again, and I'm able to watch them. They're playing tonight against Dallas. They're up 2-0, playing better. So, except they just they had a power play, and they immediately 4 seconds into their power play took a penalty and eliminated that.
Nice.
But yeah, so I can't imagine. Like, I didn't see any highlights or anything of that 4-game crap streak that they're on, but I can't imagine it was anything good, especially that game on Saturday. They got smoked by Dallas 8-1. But yeah, they're not where they want to be. Obviously, they're at 500, and I think they're 5th in the division right now. But still kind of early in the season. They can, Vasi's still just coming back. He's got to get in the swing of things still. Their team defense just needs, I don't know. There's some guys that maybe are a little, I know when I watch them, they turn the puck over. It seems like they're just trying to get rid of the puck when not actually looking to where they should be doing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I see a lot of turnovers that lead to like grade A scoring chances. And then, Vasi's not going to make friggin' ridiculous saves every single night. So you gotta help him out with not turning the puck over, especially like behind his net, which I've seen again tonight that led to like great scoring chances in the first period of this game. But they still got time to like kind of figure things out. They're still a pretty damn good team, and hopefully, they won't get hit with like an injury bug or anything like that. Kucherov's still playing on a ridiculous level right now. So back to reality for me.
Back to reality. We'll talk about the Rangers second, but shout out Matthew Balsky on Facebook Live. He's listening in. It's
What up,
his best podcast ever. I believe he had a couple goals this past weekend, so good on him.
Nice.
All right, let's get to it. The New York Rangers, and we'll talk about Pittsburgh after that. New York Rangers right now, 18-4-1. They are
Good.
right now in the lead for the President's Trophy. I know it's early, but they're the tops in the entire NHL. They sit a game ahead of. They're 37 points tied with Boston, but they have a game in hand. Winners of 3 straight. We talked about that ugly win against San Jose. The problem with them right now, and there's a lot of good happening. They're winning behind Jonathan Quick, which is pretty crazy. And Igor hasn't played exactly the way he wants to play. You have a bunch of injuries, which is what's really frustrating right now. Capo Caco, did you guys see that leg injury he had? You guys see that at all?
No.
He went in the bars.
Oh, I did see that.
Like,
yeah, it looked pretty bad.
That was no bueno.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad.
He's done.
So he's on IR. It said it's not season ending, but it's going to be damn close. So he might be. So this is where it's actually he could come back for the playoffs. So they do have some cap hit there. Philip Hedl's also on injured reserve with upper body, and they moved him to long term, and that's for a concussion. So they actually have some now cap room to play with if they really want to take pull the Tampa route. Like Shorts guy hopes his team goes too. And maybe there's something out there that they can work on. I've seen a couple trades.
No excuses. Play like a champion. Rule number 72 on Wedding Crashers.
But yeah, it's listen. I can't complain. They're playing very well. Artemi Panarin's got 35 points. He's been awesome. He's shooting like crazy. All last year was all assists. This year he has 15 goals.
Same thing with Kuch this year. Kuch leads the league in shots, which is crazy.
These Russians are all of a sudden shooting like crazy to follow the Ovechkin route.
Somebody.
Chris Kreider's got 14 goals. He's also up there. He's got 22 points on the season. Trocheck's played really well as that second line center with Hedl being out. Zibanejad's starting to turn around his last 5 games. I think he's got 7 points. So that's good stuff. Obviously Adam Fox is back, so it's good to see him. He's got over a point per game on the defense, which is great. We can't so much make fun of Alexis Lafreniere. He's got 15 points in 23 games. He's played well. I can't complain about him at all.
Who?
Your buddy Lafreniere.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
He's
and then
only improving his stock for when he's traded to
Yes,
Tampa.
Exactly. It'll mean we'll get
Tampa Bay Lightning.
You get like 3 first rounders, a couple seconds, and a 7th.
So Schwim, I was listening to Merrick and Friedman, their podcast today, and they made the comment: what does Tampa Bay Lightning do if they're out of a playoff position at the trade deadline and Steven Stamkos has not re-signed? Do they trade him?
Know.
And if so,
does
it not make sense to talk to his old New York Ranger buddies and see if, hey, we can make a little move here? I would take that in a heart because he could play wing or center. Oof, give me some of that train.
I don't know. It's like I can't see them trading him. It's just I know it's like all the.
But would you go into a walk
wall right there?
Because you're not going to get.
That's what's crazy about it.
You're not going to give him the money he wants. So do you just have him leave on his own terms at the end of the season because you're not going to give him the money he wants, or do you try to grab something for him?
I don't think he gets traded. I think they reach an agreement maybe later, maybe not even if at the deadline they're not in the playoff picture or something like that. I think they still get it done because I can't see them just like cutting loose. Their friggin' captain and like face of the franchise. Like just like just because they're having a bad year. I don't know. It's tough.
They say they've been pretty line in the sand, not budging from a number, and Stamkos is pissed off about that.
Yeah, I know. I know. He said he was frustrated with nothing being done yet.
I mean, things can change obviously, and that's it's money. In the end, they're going to be hard pressed not to give their captain an extension here, but I would more than like to see Stamkos on the Rangers if
I don't want to see him go, but I guess
I don't want
it's
to see him
possible.
on the Rangers.
It could happen.
Shorts guy, you don't want to see anybody on the Rangers, but that's what's going to happen.
No,
it's called the trade deadline.
All right, Schwim. I'm gonna throw this out there.
Oh, you're making an offer, then I'll make an offer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an offer. Schwim, would you take Laugh for Stamkos if he wasn't going to re-sign?
Ooh.
Just like a straight up Stamkos for
straight up.
Yeah. No.
See, I would have to be on the other side. I would have to be sure that Stamkos would re-sign with me. Yeah, but
might not happen.
I think you'd get a first and maybe a good prospect. Is what I think you'd
And
get
I think it would be like kind of like
for a UFA,
the
upcoming
St.
UFA.
St. Louis trade. They might be able to get like 2 viable players, a prospect, and a first round
Yeah,
pick.
but you're not going to want a viable if you're not going to be in the playoffs. So what? Who? When you only got so for him you got Callahan, you got a first and
No. We got for St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Was it Callahan
Yeah,
or was what was
it
the
was
one that was?
Callahan.
Oh no, I'm thinking of it was McDonough and JT Miller that came together.
McDonough and JT Miller came together, but we got
And that was
prospects
for
back, essentially. That was for terrible. You're gonna make me relive this, you jerk.
I can't remember.
It was a first round pick. It was Nick Holden.
Remember either.
It was you're doing this on purpose. You are such a dick. It's Libor Hayek. You are a real jerk. I hate you. Oh man. That might be. I mean, that is one of the worst trades I think I've ever seen.
Sorry, man. Oh man.
Yeah, that was.
Joke's on me. My TV froze. Damn it.
You jerk. I hope it doesn't play the rest of the time. Yeah, that trade was so bad. Libor Hayek, he actually is the last one gone. I mean, we got Niels Lundqvist too. Then we traded for another first round pick, which turned into Braden Schneider. So I guess Ryan McDonough and JT Miller for Braden Schneider's a good deal. Oh my god. Ugh, I hate this. I hate my life.
Shall we go over
and Vlad,
picks?
we forgot Vlad Nemestikov. Who can forget?
Mm-hmm.
We also got a conditional first round pick, but I forget what happened with that. Oh, that turned into a second that went to Keandre Miller, so I can't totally complain about that either.
Okay, so
it's not great.
But you will.
It's not great.
No,
it's not looking good.
We definitely, won that trade.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Well, really, who won it is Vancouver because JT Miller has played really well for them.
Yeah.
Especially of late. All right, let's get to some other things. Stevens team real fast. Pittsburgh Penguins.
P-Berg.
Their last 10, they're 4-4-2. They've lost one. I think Steven would basically say, it's kind of sounded something similar to what Shorts guy said, where, they have good and bad games, right? You have the good being the Tristan Jarry goal against the Bolts.
Mm-hmm.
But the bad being, a Philadelphia Flyers team. Well, I think Pittsburgh's absolutely better than, they lose in a shootout. But I don't know, and I'm trying to look up their stats real fast, but they pretty much have Gensel on his 5-game point streak. He's 27 points. He's played really well. You got Sid the Kid, 25 points in 23 games. He's playing great. And Malkin, but really it's the depth scoring. I mean, Carlson's been good, 19 points in 23 games, but they haven't gotten anything from guys like Ricard Raquel, from Lars Eller, and Riley Smith's been okay. But I feel like it's the guys in the back. Jeff Carter.
Jarry has more goals than Raquel.
Yeah, more goals than Raquel, and he's tied with Jeff Carter, Steven's favorite player.
Shorts guy needs a goalie goal. Speaking of that, Shorts guy needs a goalie goal.
We'll figure something out. We'll try to get your goalie goal.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh I think they need to, get that depth scoring, and I could see the trade maybe from them even. A couple of things real fast. International hockey mandates net guards, which is good. We've seen a lot of players already wearing them.
That's
the U18 and stuff like that have also adopted them. Jets signing Nito Niederreiter to a 3-year, $12 million extension. So $4 million per. Good job for Nino. Couple of injuries. Obviously, we talked about Dougie. Kel McCarr's out versus the Avs. He's had some issues. Habs Alex Newhook's ankles out for 3 months, and then also another extension. Habs signed goalie Sam Montembeault for a 3-year extension too, so he's going to stay there for a little bit.
Good for him.
Couple of things. Patrick Kane, Detroit Red Wings, which is a crazy thing to have to say.
But
yeah, I didn't see that.
It's so weird.
I mean, I knew they were in the mix, but I didn't think he would actually go.
Yeah.
I thought it was between Buffalo.
I would have thought
the Rangers and
I knew the Rangers were out because they couldn't do the cap hit.
They couldn't fit it.
But I thought the two teams were going to be actually Florida and Dallas. I thought those were
Yeah,
the
I heard a
two.
lot
I
about
know
Florida.
the Dallas Western Conference,
Yeah.
it's a little more travel, but that would be perfect spot for him. Slot
Mhm.
him on a second or third line.
He's going to play on the
You know,
top line of Detroit when he comes back.
he is, and I know Detroit is technically in a playoff spot, but do we really think that they're one of the 8 best teams in the East?
I don't know. They're like sometimes I see them, they're playing like incredibly well, and then other times I see them like, yeah, they look just as shitty as they did.
Yeah,
You know,
6-2
a
and
couple
2 in
years
the
ago.
last 10. Rangers beat them, but
they're
I don't
top
know. I don't know.
top
I don't know what to make of
12.
them.
I'd say top 12 Detroit.
They could sneak
I'm
in.
more shocked. I am more shocked that he went to such a direct rival to the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
That's
so
really the
quick.
most mind-blowing thing. Very quickly, he traded last year from the range, to the Rangers in a failed playoff attempt, and then to go to one of your direct rivals. I mean, holy hell, that's and then they
Friedman
played each
and
other already. They played each other already too. But no, he's not on the game day roster yet, right? He's
No,
still
not
he's
yet.
still making his way
out.
back.
They said he
Tomorrow,
might
I
come
think.
back this week at some point. Right?
Yeah, this week. I think tomorrow or
I
Wednesday.
am looking
maybe?
forward.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm
I'd like to
curious
see him
one
back.
because I have not looked at the schedule. I
When they
guess
play
then he
Chicago?
wouldn't play. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were asking, what other players have gone from like a direct to a direct rival so soon? Because you think about it, just last year he was on Chicago, and they talked about Guy Lafleur, but it was a couple years down the line going to Quebec Nordiques from the Canadiens. You have Chris Chelios going from same actually way. He went from Chicago to the Red
Chicago,
Wings, but that
Detroit.
was more
Yep.
of a trade,
Yeah.
right? They said it. What about Bobby Holik? Devils fans loved
I would-
him.
I
And
was going to say not only
him and Scott
Bobby
Gomez.
Holik, it's there's more than that. It's him and Holik. You've got Johnny Mack went there for a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Bruce Driver, and which is funny because we've gotten Bruce Driver to actually explain that to us, which is pretty wild.
What did
And
he
his
say?
reasoning makes sense because he wanted to keep his kids in the same area growing up.
Yeah.
So he
Makes
wanted
sense.
to remain there, but we also did get him to wear a Rangers Sucks shirt. So I believe he regrets his life decision.
That's fantastic.
Well, Bobby Holik doesn't regret any of it. He got a 5-year, $9 million per contract. $9 million per for Bobby Holik,
Yeah.
and he's now
Wow.
living in a ranch in Utah or Montana or something. So obviously,
So would
Patrick
you
Kane goes to the Red Wings.
So I know it's not a direct rival, but it would have been had it been a year previous. Patrick Waugh from the Canadiens to the Avalanche, formerly the Quebec Nordique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I would say that would have been a normal
It's still
slot, but yeah, that hurts. Yeah, and then to
It
win
hurts.
see him win a
And-
cup right away.
right away. And the anniversary of
that
that I think
season?
was December 2nd this past week.
Yes,
the
it was. They
anniversary
just
of
had it
that
on
9 goal
NHL.com.
shellacking.
Yeah,
I
that was great.
his reaction.
He just
and
stares his
that's
coach down the entire way both ways.
Yep.
Oh, but
keeps
that
going
bench
around
at the Forum. Oh, that bench at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Forum. Tell
He's
him going
great.
across the bench, telling the GM to trade him right now, and then going and
Yep.
sitting down. The NHL needs more characters like Patrick Waugh.
You
Waugh
do.
was one of the.
He was a
greatest.
character as a coach too when he was coaching.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh!
Remember when he
is.
first came in?
didn't he?
He was like,
Didn't he like pull his
Start
goaltender in like 7 minutes before like the end of the game?
he was,
Something
yeah, he was like
stupid like
he was
that.
one of the first ones to do that, to start pulling
Yeah.
the goalie like really, really early,
If
not
there's
just like the last
really
minute.
early.
Yeah.
If there is an example of a human being who should be a goaltender, and not only should be a goaltender, but is one of those insane goaltenders, just
Yeah.
has that look of insanity in his eyes. Like he's one of those guys where if you got into a bar fight with him, he looks like you'd like punch him and he'd just stare at you and just get even angrier and just destroy you. Like he would take hits to the head, and just laugh at you. Like well, he's one of those insane goalies that makes us all look insane, but we all are kind of insane. So
Who's crazier, him or Brizgalov?
it's two
I
different
think-
kinds of crazy. It's two
Yeah.
different brands
Yeah.
of crazy.
Yeah.
It's you have batshit insane in Patrick Watt, and then you have out in space crazy
space.
Yes.
Briz.
Brizgalov.
Literally,
Humongous big. Humongous big.
I do. We absolutely
I miss
need to
that
have
guy.
some kind of. TNT absolutely needs to have him do something similar to what the Manning brothers do, and they just need to have.
Who
him
could you
and-
have
and
with
who
him?
would- That's what I was
Brizgalov
just going to
and
ask. Brizgalov, and who else would you have with him? That's insane. That would be just so stupid.
Really, I mean, having Shroom's boy Phil Zito would be pretty funny.
Prison,
God, no.
Prison Phil.
Prison Phil.
No, I get enough of him just on
awesome.
the radio. I don't know. No, we don't need any more.
Oh, who would
actually? I
so,
think would pair well with him, and he's like actually a really good studio analyst and all that stuff. Is Kevin Weeks, and he's also a former goalie. I think they could like balance each other out pretty well because Kevin Weeks is still he's got a sense of humor and everything, and Brizgalov is
he absolutely does. I love Kevin Weeks as an analyst.
I think they could bounce off each other pretty well. I think it'd be pretty entertaining to watch.
As much as I don't like him, could you imagine Briz and Biz?
Briz and Biz
together?
Oh, God. Biz Nasty.
That sounds perfect too.
As much as I dislike Biz, but Briz and Biz would be a stupid combo.
There's the name right there. Name of the show right there.
Briz
you heard it here first, so if that
show.
actually comes out, we need royalties.
Yeah, we get
we did
rights,
it.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So I just typed in craziest hockey players. That gives you 25, right? So first one they have there, obviously, it's Brizgalov. And it's basically from 24/7, where he was just a crazy, he had expertise in Tigers, and then, he was out there. So Ray Bourque, and they have him at number 2, and this is more just superstition stuff. He would change his skate laces before every game and during every intermission.
Wow.
That's a lot of effort.
It's like the time to do that.
Yeah.
You just cut them. You cut them and you lace them.
I guess so, yeah.
But still lacing them up and everything. I think that would take.
Yeah, but you get used to it anyway.
But, yeah.
What
the
else
1975 New York Islanders, number 3. They, one of the more disgusting side of crazy. The 1975 New York Islanders are well remembered for coming back from a 3-0 series deficit to the Penguins. What people might not remember from this is that the Islanders kept elephant poop with them throughout that series. Because of the MSG circus at the time. Okay. Link Getz definitely falls in the crazy section of things, but not for the delightfully quirky reasons, but for another thing. He was just plain nuts. HockeyFights.com has a pretty good collection of film on this guy and a pretty interesting description of his career as well. 3,300 PIMs over the span of 15 years across North America. Over that span, Link has left a path of blood, destruction, 9/11 calls. This on top of visits to league commissioner office, local jails, drunk tanks, hospitals, and hockey arena, hamburger stands. To get this far for the missing link has had to gone through the this guy, Ogie Oglethorpe. Very good. Glenn Hall, Mr. Goalie, he never tried to find a way to stop vomiting and just embraced it. So every game he would pregame vomit.
Oh, he had a bucket in the net.
Yeah.
I thought he had a bucket in the net too.
Stan Mikita didn't wear a mask and smoked in the locker room. He would smoke cigarettes between each period and made a certain to toss the butt over his left shoulder when he was finished. Obviously,
are we noticing
crazy
a trend?
Eddie. Yeah.
Are we noticing a
Eddie
trend
Eagle?
in the position of all of the craziest players in the NHL?
Yeah,
I believe I fit into this category in some way, shape, or form.
Eddie the Eagle used to tell people if you touch his stuff, he'll kill you. And they obviously got arrested a couple times for drunkenly resisting arrest while in Dallas, in Florida.
I remember that. His mugshot is
Pelle Lindbergh, another goalie, had one shirt that he would wear under his equipment for every game. Not one style of shirt, not one color shirt, exactly the same shirt. I mean, Connor McDavid still wears the same jock from when he was like 10 years old. He would also drink a specific Swedish soda between periods, which he would then take. He would only accept into his right hand from the trainer.
It sounds like a goalie.
Yep.
Gear on, same way every single time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're weird. We are weird.
Danny Briere brings
Where's
3
Patrick
sticks with him at all times. We're
Watt?
getting there. Don't worry.
Right,
Brendan Shanahan. Perhaps he had Madonna songs playing for him the whole time. Let's see, Darcy Tucker.
I love Darcy Tucker.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was crazy though. He's just a big agitator. He had screws loose. Dale Hunter obviously just asked Pierre Turgeon.
Yep.
Stefan LeBeau would shoot 20 to 25 pieces of gum before game time and would spit them out exactly 2 minutes before game time.
Mhm.
The Green Men in Vancouver. Those guys are funny though.
Those guys are
Are
funny.
they still there? They still doing that?
Yeah, I think sometimes they do. Sidney Crosby apparently is insane with his sticks, where he must be the one to tape them, and nobody's allowed to even think about touching them once he is finished. Because if he doesn't, or if someone does, he has to retape it all over again.
I love hockey. I love
Oh,
hockey.
man.
We're all so weird and out of our
He also never
minds.
talks to his mother on game days. I hope these are all true. And I'm not getting got here. Bruce Gardner, something about a stick because he would dunk it in the toilet before every game.
That's weird.
Interesting.
That's
Obviously,
really
Sean
weird.
Avery threw his skates in the Hudson.
Oh gosh, he's weird.
Matthew Barnaby.
Oh, there we go. As much as I hate him, Briz and Avery.
Bruce and Avery. Oh, that'd be a good one too.
What about Luongo? Isn't Luongo pretty?
Yeah,
He's
I
got a
heard
pretty good
so,
sense
yeah.
of humor.
He's
Another
yeah, no, he's got a
two-goalie
great sense of
combination.
humor. I wouldn't call him crazy. He's got a great sense of humor. Though.
Yeah.
I do love Luongo.
Joe Newendike
I don't think
thought
we
that.
got two like super crazy guys. We need one like
Yeah, you need a
Chris
little
Paolo,
taper.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Luongo
like
would
crazy,
be
and then
good.
you need somebody who can like tape it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
that's why
Luongo.
Prison Biz is actually really good. Newendike would put baby powder on a stick because he thought it had magical properties that helped him score goals.
I love hockey players.
Oh man.
They're so
Theo
weird.
Fleury,
Oh, he's a messed up character.
he would go at guys twice his size, and obviously an agitator and scorer. Yeah, that guy was awesome. I love Theo Fleury. Stefan
I do, too.
Quintal, he didn't talk to a single person after 1:30 p.m. on game days. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky, just Diet Coke followed by a glass of ice water, followed by Gatorade, followed by another Diet Coke. That's what he would drink in between periods. Diet Coke, huh? Okay. Patty Waugh, there he is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, just
wouldn't step on the
natural.
lines.
Crazy man. Ron Hextall, just violent as a goaltender, charged obviously Chris Chelios. Gillies Grattan, I love that name too.
Potvin.
He was a great believer in reincarnation and claimed that he knew vivid details of some of his past lives. Apparently, he wasn't too shy to sharing those. In one interview, he told Marv Albert, "I've got something to tell you," Grattan began to explain. "In my last life, I was a Spanish count, and one of the things I loved to do was I would count in Spain and was take all the commoners, line them up against a wall, and throw rocks at them."
Oh my gosh.
In addition to this, Grattan had a habit of hanging out naked after practice and would fake injuries and illness to avoid playing in games.
Jesus.
Gillies Grattan, that's awesome. All right, that's 25 guys. That hopefully those are all correct facts, or I'm gonna look like a jerk.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right, some more guys. Chris Havelock on Facebook Live.
Habs.
He had a dirty jock strap and he never washed it.
Of course,
what about Corey Perry?
If anyone we know, if anyone we know, would have a dirty jock strap, it would be Habs. Love you, Havelock.
Yep. Yeah, he said Havelock is. What about Corey Perry? Turns out a teammate's mom before a skate. Yeah, we figured go that a little bit before we head out, but yeah, apparently the rumor, Chicago tried to squash it. They should have done it a lot sooner because they're just going to.
Chicago's not good at doing anything right.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Chicago's not good at doing anything right. This just shows
it seems like it's something to do with substance abuse. I mean, it'd be, not funny, but some people are thinking that it could be because he was hitting on, Connor Bedard's mom while he was drunk or something. But no one will never know really the true story. So unfortunately, we'll have to just deal with that.
It'll come out in his autobiography. It'll come out in his autobiography with the forward written by one Michael Schwim Sandillo.
That would be great for Schwim to do it.
Oh God.
It's believed the Edmonton Oilers could call up Jack Campbell this week, which is crazy. He's been so bad in the AHL Bakersfield. I'm not really sure what he's going to do.
Shorts guy's still free agent.
Yeah, I know. We'll see that with Corey Perry. What team decides to sign him? Elias Pettersson's and Philip Ronnick still looking for extensions. Pettersson, New York Rangers waiting for you. Ovechkin's
Everyone's
trying
going
his
to
first.
NYR.
Yep, 1,500th point. I've already said I love Elias Pettersson. I've loved him since the draft. So I do, that'd be awesome if he could ever come, but it's not going to happen. Ovechkin trying his 1,500 point versus the Coyotes at Mullet Arena at 9 p.m. So we'll see if one of the greatest ever scored can get 1,500.
Can't wait to be back at the Mullet.
Yeah, it will be a lot of fun. Obviously, the Board of Governors meetings of this week, they're kicking it off. We'll see what happens. Any new, stuff coming out. Havelock, all jokes aside, he didn't bang Bedard's mom. There's clearly an issue there for Perry, and it's sad to see. Yep, yeah, we agree. Havelock saying Pettersson would look great in a Devils jersey. So you're going to get Pettersson and Quinn Hughes, and you're not going to give up Jack Hughes for him, so don't worry.
Nope. Hey, we got cap space, LTIR cap space, the lightning rule.
Yeah. The NHL is going to do celebrity captains to help pick teams at the All-Star game. So they'll probably have old-timers picking the teams. Yep, agreed.
Yeah, boy.
Love some stupid pop stars.
Nikita Zadorov obviously went to Vancouver from Calgary for a couple picks.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Not too much.
That's a really good trade for them.
It is.
That is a very
They've
good
made
trade.
them stronger.
They might have the league's tallest defensive pair if they were to pair him with Tyler Myers. He's 6'8", and obviously Zadorov 6'6", 6'7". So it's a pretty massive pairing. Can't skate for the life of them, but
no.
What else? You guys got anything else? I'm running out of my list.
I do.
Go ahead.
I read this today. So completely forgot because everything else going on. But World Junior Tournament's coming up.
Yep.
And there's 2 former New Jersey high school players that are on the preliminary team roster.
Ooh, nice.
A kid Fortescue who played for Don Bosco.
Yeah, Fortescue.
And, and Minitane who played for BC. So possibly 2 Jersey boys on the World Junior roster, which would be fantastic, which I don't even know where the World Junior tournament is this year. Oh, it's Sweden. Yeah, since my dumb James Dolan cable took the NHL network away from me, I can't watch it anymore. Stupid James Dolan, stupid Rangers, stupid cable, stupid internet.
MSG. Thank you, Godzilla.
Stupid MSG.
1998.
Stupid me.
Seriously.
I
think I had something else too, but I forget what in the hell it was.
Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, I wanted to bring up the two Jersey boys on that on the World Junior roster, which I would love to try to watch that again this year. With stupid James Dolan. Yeah.
Havelock's in Sweden. It's in Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden. Yeah.
Thanks, Havs.
Can't wait. Thank you, Havs. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Havs.
Ooh, nice. Get a game tomorrow. I like it. 7-7 football game. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of stuff coming up hockey-wise. Standings are getting, teams are starting to move away from each other, so that's good. Boston at 37 points, Rangers at 37, Avs and Dallas are both over 30, and then in the Pacific, you got 3 teams: Kings, Canucks, and Knights, all over 30. So you guys there's a bunch of teams that are starting to move, push away from the pack, which is it's always good to see. So this week you can have that, set teams that are, kind of aiming, gunning for playoff spots versus, everybody up in flux. So I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Dean,
yep. I remembered what I was going to bring up.
Shoot.
I want your thoughts. This is for you. Your thoughts on your new 3rd jersey.
Yeah. So listen, they're not great. I am going to be getting one because I got it for $30, so I'm going to get it. Foxy
for $30.
And there's a nice site that AJ found that on Reddit has gotten rave reviews. All teams, so I'll send it to you guys.
They're fake.
For anyone that needs, it is every jersey that people have posted on Reddit, it's shown up pretty well. Like they're stitched, everything. Good stuff.
I'll look at yours before I even consider that.
True that. But true.
But,
yeah. Wait till I get
serious question.
You be the
thoughts on that jersey.
And then we'll
listen.
I
like the color.
I have my own thoughts. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
like the
even seen it.
color. I like the dark blue. The logo is fine. I don't. Yeah, it's that weird armband elbow pad area like coloring where it's a little off. But listen, I mean, I've seen worse. The Rangers have put out worse. So I just hope that their Stadium Series jersey is
Wow.
really good. So
That's what I'm hoping for the Devils as well. But it always blows my mind that these teams and these companies pay all this
who
money
does them?
for all these designers, and they pick the crappiest
They
designs
do. They do.
consistently.
bad.
It's not like they do it once or twice. It's consistent, and it's just like who is making these decisions? Because they need to be fired. But then again, people are idiots and they buy whatever. I mean, I will give props to the Kraken Winter Classic jerseys. Those things are sweet. Those things are awesome.
Yeah,
I
they
love
are.
that. That's an
Yeah, they're
homage
good.
to the Metros, and I love that.
Yeah, they did that one really well. That one was done
They
very
did
well.
that one
but
really
yeah,
well, and that was pretty much the only thing they could do
Yeah,
in Seattle.
there's a lot more.
Unless
There's a lot
they
more
went
misses than hits with these jerseys.
Yes.
It
The
seems.
only other thing that Seattle could have done, which is just kind of popping in my mind, if they would have done some kind of Supersonics throwback or homage.
Didn't the Supersonics kind of have like a logo that looked like that? They had like an S and it said like Sonics in it or something like that at some point.
I think they did, yeah.
Like a long
Towards
ass
the
time
end,
ago.
when like I think they changed it from the original Sonics logo, which had the outline of the city of Seattle,
Yeah,
to like an S type of
they had
logo.
something with an S and it said Sonics in it or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. The Sonics ones are always cool. Yeah, there were a couple good comments on the Rangers third jersey. A lot of people just saying they should be fired, but some stuff. I'm trying to find the.
It's too basic. Like they could have done so
Yeah.
much more. It's too basic.
Yeah, they always do that. They're
almost,
agreed.
It
They're always
looks
basic.
like a ripoff. It almost looks like a ripoff of the last Team USA Olympic jerseys. It's that same color blue.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like much. Like I said, kind of jokingly, but not to you guys. It looks like that the artist forgot it was due and pulled it out of its ass in 15 minutes because it's
Phoned it in.
looks like how much. Yeah, just kind of phoned it in.
Yeah, people are just saying, essentially, hopefully the Rangers third jersey, they do when they do the Stadium jersey reveal.
It would not shock me if that was your Stadium Series jersey.
I don't think it will be. They've already said this is their third one, and they're going to have a different one. But they were talking about maybe a Lady Liberty, which I always liked the Lady Liberty. I think they could do a pretty cool version.
You did that already in the last.
Well, they could change it up and make it look different. Yeah. Well, the reverse retro was a little different, right? Wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, but it's still the Lady Liberty. Like how many times can you rehash an old idea?
And it's always just the head. Why don't they do like a full body one or something? You know what they should do? They should go like Islanders fisherman logo. Have a full
with the
like they had the full fisherman.
Oh, what if they do a Ghostbusters version of Lady Liberty? I'm in for that.
They could do that, but that's too much of a good idea for them to actually do that.
I know. That would be sick.
This is the NHL we're talking about.
The slimed Lady Liberty on your jersey. That would be really cool.
This is the NHL we're talking about. They don't make good decisions, i.e. Jacob Trouba.
Yep. Yeah. Well. All right.
He's an artist, though. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Do you see what he does? He just like paints himself.
He's a good guy. He's an artist. He's a good guy. Yeah. He's a soft guy.
Crazy
he does
what
art.
He does there. Yeah.
Jerk. Just
it's not playing the outro.
Nothing left to say.
All right. It's supposed to play the outro bum.
How'd you like that? But how'd you like it?
I like it. Yeah, this is a solid 4.25. It's a really good beer. Mudhead.
It's a
good job. Thank you, buddy. As always, I appreciate it.
Every year, I'll get it for us every year.
Shorts.
I had an orb of water that was very good.
Ooh, I like it.
My Sierra Nevada, whatever I rate it, 4.5, 5.
Yeah, it's Celebration.
Sierra Nevada Celebration. It's the best. It's the best.
Oh,
there it is. There's Esteban. There's Esteban.
Right. Shrimp, take her home.
We've been talking about a lot of speed in this podcast. So I saw this movie about a bus that had to speed around the city keeping its speed over 50, and if its speed dropped, it would explode. I think it was called the bus that couldn't slow down.